Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about that Azure Virtual Network and then Azure Subnet, public and private subnet, then Azure Network Security Group. Then we are going to create Azure Virtual Machines, and after that, how to deny the internet access to the private subnet, as we are going to launch our VM into the private subnet, NSG inbound and outbound and effective roles, right? So let's start the demo. So basically, we just need to create a one resource group. So this is our first resource group, right? And just click resource group. We just need to create a resource group. This is my subscription. Okay, next. This is tags and review and create. Sources created. Now we are going to create our VNet. So virtual network is there. Okay, you can search here itself. Okay, and we are going to create a virtual network. This is my subscription. This is my resource group which we have created. This is next. This is encryption and other values. Next. Here. Here we are not going to create a subnet. We are just without subnet. We will show you in a separate. And we just need to provide. This is the IP range. And by 16. Next. No tag. This will validate and then it will be created, shown. Okay, that is coming. I'm just going to create. I have submitted. So our VNet is created without subnet. So let's move with this. Now VNet is created. Now we need to create Azure subnet, private and public. Okay, by default internet is allowed in each subnet. So let's see. Let's completed this. Okay, that has completed. CLVNet is completed. Okay, so here we do have what subnets. There is no subnet, so we need to create subnet here. By default, we do have a version Azure firewall, but we will take with default. Our subnet name is look like right CL hyphen private subnet 1 copy over 1. Basically, this is our VNet range. Okay, starting range of our subnet 10.10.1.0, it's less 24. It is around 256, and initially 251 is available IP and 5 IP is fixed for communication perspective. Enable private subnet. I will hack check. I will not assign any net gateway, network security group and route table. I will assign network security group in demo. And this is service endpoint if you want to create any subnet for specific service. So that is useful. subnet delegation to a specific service. Okay, that is a subnet delegation, okay, for a specific service. And this is we are going to add. Okay guys, this is created. Okay, and then we are going to create one more subnet, is public subnet, right? And we are here going to create 5 from 5 onward, and rest is the same, right? Okay, so I'm going to create one more private subnet and one more public subnet. So let me stop for a moment. Okay guys, we have created two private subnet. One is this and then one is this, and two public subnet. A range I have 1 and 2 is for private and 5 and 6 for the public subnet. So we have completed from here. Now we are going to create a network security group. Okay, so let's start. Just need to write network security groups. So we just need to click. We will create two network security group, private and public. So this is the word resource group. Name is CL hyphen private NSG. Okay. Review and create. We do not need anything there. Okay guys, I hope this is visible to you. Okay, that is created. Go to resource. Okay, let me create one more because we need to create two network security group. One is public, and I see next. This is only tag. Okay, and then review and create. Okay, just must create. This is also created. Let's go for the network security group once again. So this is two resources we have created. By default, what we have the network inbound and outbound rule that is allow Vnet inbound any, like if you are searching something like source means, right, any, it's this is the protocol, and port protocol source any virtual network, right, can connect destination any virtual between two. This is allowed by default. Second is load balancer is allowed. Okay, third one, deny all inbound, right? So by default all rules, inbound rules, it deny apart from this. If you want to access any the sources, like let's suppose I want to access 22 port from my machine, right, my personal machine, so I have to allow 22 port. Okay, I'm not going to add, I will show you. And outbound rules, this is Vnet. And internet, by default we are saying internet is allowed. Okay, that is the rule we are talking about. Okay, source any, if something is coming from google.com, the source is any, destination is internet. Okay, but that is allowed for every VM is internet is accessible. I will show you end-to-end demo. So this is we do have right now. And next point, we need to create a Azure virtual machine, right? So let's see, we can search a virtual machine, and we can go from here itself virtual machines. Okay, so we are going, okay, Azure virtual machines. This is my resource group which we have created initially. Virtual machine name, right, CL lab VM. Okay, copy it. US East availability shown, no infrastructure redundancy because I'm just going for demo. Okay, security type, image I will take Ubuntu. Okay, I do not require more space, so a standard VS1. We do have a D2, D2S3 and many more, right? Okay, and we want to put password like username, Ubuntu. Okay, we have entered public inbound port. I do not want to allow anything. I will show you how to access next phase. Okay, so by default 30 GB. This is premium, but I only need standard for demo. Premium is SSD for production workload. Delete the VM if I'm going to delete. This is the key for encryption, and if you want to attach a new disk, right? Let me say one more disk I want to attach, data disk. This is change the size. I would say 16 GB, but I want a standard. I want 8 GB. Okay. I have clicked delete disk VM. Okay. Delete disk with VM, right? If I'm going to delete this VM, everything will be deleted. Next, clicked OK. So this is the data secondary disk. We have attached 8 GB. Okay. Next is networking. That is important. So we have a VNet. I will launch in the private subnet. Okay. This is public IP. NIC is basic. Okay. And public inbound ports none. I have selected this public IP NIC when VM is deleted. I'm marking yes. And if you want to attach this VM with load balancer and application load balancer, I would say. So each option is there in the console itself. This is monitoring, next monitoring. Okay guys, this is boot diagnosis and enable OS. All these things we do have. Next is advanced. I would like to install one script. Okay, let me put. I want to install Apache 2. Next is that. Next is review. Basically, this is the costing. Okay, I would say basic costing is just 3.1. This is here, and this size, this costing is this. Networking costing is this. Basically, networking here is showing us too much, right? So networking basically this is public IP cost is and in and out data transfer. Okay, let me show you because this is by default they have added 100 GB. Okay, but I will add 1 GB because I don't know. Okay, it's more than that. So here this is right because by default if any cloud you are going, so they will add 100 GB data transfer, but our data transfer is not look like in 100 GB. Okay, so it's automatically always is public IP VM outbound data transfer. Okay, so they will have by default calculate with 100 GB. Okay, so now it is if we will put 100, so it's more, and if I will put 1 GB, so that is less. Just click on create here. So now deployment is in progress. Let me stop for a moment. Once it is completed, I'll back. That is now created, right? Okay. So let me, by default, it is deployment data. Let me show you. We have a data disk. We have a network security group. One is public IP. One is like network interface. By default, we'll create for VM, and this is the VM, right? So this is created. Okay, okay. So everything is created right now. Go to the resource section. So VM is up and running. Basically, now our next phase, like how we will like take SSH of this machine, right? If I'm going to create, right? Okay. Basically, I'm not able to access this VM. Why? 22 port is not allowed. Basically, I want to take SSH. So now our main concept, so we need to allow inbound rule, like some request coming from a specific source, like over the internet. Then we need to allow. So first of all, where we need to allow, there is a two options here, right? One is like yeah, networking. This is the VM, right? Go to the networking section, scroll down. So here one more thing I want to say. Okay, that is very slow. This is the network security group. Okay, we can check here. We do not need to add here. This is create security group VMNG attached to the networking interface. Basically, this is attached with the networking interface, right? But right now we are going to attach our NSG into the like this network security group, right? This is attached with our VM, right? And we do not need to add this one. Okay, so open this. Okay, by default it is created. Let me try to add. Basically this is created by default. We missed one options during the VM creation. So let me go to the ones Vnet. I will show you. I will update our network security group. So let me do. That is our Vnet. This is our subnet. Our subnet is like private subnet, right? This is the one. Then we are going to create here. This is our private subnet, right? Okay, we are going to attach this subnet with this NSG with subnet label. Okay, then save it. Okay, so open the network security group. We have attached this, and we need to add inbound rule in this subnet, right? So add inbound rule. We want 22. Source is any. Okay, I'm coming. Source means internet is coming because and I had 10 allow SSH. Okay, so I'm going to add in an inbound section. I have allowed in the private subnet, private NSG, which is attached with the private subnet. Okay, so let's try once more. I'm just going to restart session. Let's see if it will come. So basically it's coming. Okay, and to accept it, continue. I will able to log in. Hopefully, okay, clear. ls. So basically systemctl sudo bash systemctl status. So we have installed in the cloud in it like script. So now it is running. Okay, ls lk. We have added one directory. Okay, it's a 4 GB. This is here. Okay, so now our next point is internet accessibility. Ping google.com. So now it is running. So let's do that. I have to deny internet access. Okay, so how we will do that? This is the inbound. We have a outbound rule. So if you want to deny the internet, basically by default it is allowed. Okay, if I want to deny, so I have to add a rule in the lower number, right, in a priority. So preference given to this, right? So let me do sources any. Destination is service tag, internet custom, port is asterisk. Okay, I need to select here, and this is allow 165,001, but I will add it 1202. Deny internet. Okay, I've added one, and I'll add one. Okay, so let's add it. So this is adding. Let's go for a control C. Okay, again we'll do. Okay, it will take time to make impact. Okay, right now it's working, and it's stopped right now automatically because rule into the right now, this rule is in the effect right now. Okay, so how to deny? And one more major thing we need to need to be remember. I would say in our section NSG inbound and outbound rules. Sometimes this is happening at your virtual machines, right? Internet and all, right? And I would say this internet is allowed, it's denied, right? And how we can look like how we can say this is any rule priority. Just a second. Okay, so basically if some issues we do have, I was trying to tell, let's suppose if we have allowed NSG, okay, if we have allowed network security group, private network security, but it's still not working, so we can cross check. Let's suppose this is a virtual machine. Sorry, this is the virtual machine. Okay, and we do have a one network interface of this, right? So search the network interface. So basically this is the network interface. Okay, so we have this in picture, and if something is not running, so we can like cross check. Okay, I will show you in a minute. If you guys like this video, kindly do like and subscribe. This is network interface. Basically in our video this is the same, so we just need to check here. Just click on this network interface. If something is not working, post allow your rules and all, right? So here right NSG will come, right? Okay, sometimes we have one, we forget to the right one, right? Sometime it will automatically create. So here it is coming, so we can cross check this, right? We have completed so far these virtual machine, subnet, effective rules, private and all, right? So let me show you one more. Basically at the start we have installed one Apache web server. So this is, I have added a one more rule, right, in the NSG. This is private NSG. So allow any HTTP inbound access, right? Okay, so I have allowed this, and inside the outbound it's similar, right? Deny is in effect, right? Okay, and here virtual network to virtual network allow, and any internet is disabled now. Deny all outbound any to any, right? That is denied, right? And I have allowed inbound rules, right? Let me show you. It's a 480 port. Okay, so let's copy the VM IP and let's show the this. So that is working. Okay, this is not look like a scenario. I want to clarify. People will ask, right? Let's suppose we have outbound denied access, right? Internet, and we have inbound access allowed, right? 80 port. So will that work or not? Basically there is no internet access in this server, so that will work. If you like this video, kindly do share and subscribe. Thank you. Thanks for watching.